Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, a daily podcast devoted to spirituality and self-help. If you're new, I want to welcome you. If you're returning, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you about working with another archangel. And this is an archangel that I've worked with closely. It's Archangel Gabriel. But before I start talking about that, I wanted to just give you guys some encouragement. I'm on social media all the time with my business, and I see people who are posting things that, they're tired of being in quarantine and it's starting to get to them. And I totally feel your pain. I get it. It is tough. It's really, really tough. We were just told on Friday that our school year is done. We're not going back for the rest of the year. And as a teacher, that's very disappointing because we love our students. We make connections with them, and we want to be able to give them a proper goodbye. And it's especially disheartening as a parent of seniors because I know that they're not ever going to be able to walk in those halls again and to tell their teachers goodbye properly like they would have if they had been able to experience their senior year. Another thing that was disappointing for them was that prom was canceled. But in all these disappointments, what I'm also seeing is people making the absolute best of the situations. And I want to just give you a reminder that life is what we make it. So we can choose to sit in this quarantine and be miserable, or we can make the most of it. And I love how people are doing that. I have a listener, Angie, who created this page for quarantine recipes for other people to just share ideas, recipes, and in a way, they're not even just sharing recipes, they've been sharing stories about making the recipes and about why they like these recipes. And it's awesome because it's just another way for us to connect when we can't physically be together. So I love that she did that. And my kids, their prom was canceled, but they decided they still wanted to go take prom pictures. So they got all dressed up. We went and we drove to a really beautiful park, social distancing, of course, but we drove to a beautiful park and they took really fun pictures, posted them all on Facebook, and we sent them to one of the teachers who was in charge of prom, and she was so happy that they did that. She said, "Can I please have these pictures? Can I share them with others so I can encourage other kids to go out and do the same, to still enjoy prom like they were going to have it?" And I've seen people who've had birthdays where their friends do drive-by parades for them for their birthday. So it's still social distancing, but it's a way to make them feel special and like they're not forgotten, and like there's some sort of sense of normalcy in what's going on, and I love that. I love those human interest stories where people take a bad situation and they make it the best that they possibly can. I love that. And I understand being stuck because trust me, my birthday is coming up and I'm going to be quarantined for my birthday and it's not ideal. But I'm going to look on the bright side that I will be with my family and we're going to be safe and we're going to be healthy. And that's the most important thing. So I love that people are doing that. And I just wanted to give people a shout out, and all of you who are doing things to help lift up others, keep doing that. That is so awesome. Even if it's just that you post positive things on social media, we need more of that. And it does help people. I had somebody reach out to me that I'm a Facebook friend with, but not really, we're not really friends. We're just friend of friends kind of thing. And she reached out and said, "I love what you're doing and that it's positive. Please, it's helping." You never know what you're doing and how it's going to reach one or two lives and touch them. And that's why we do what we do. When we are the light, we're helping to lift up the collective and we're helping others to see that there is still good in the world. There's still good happening here. Yes, there are stupid people, but there are people who do dumb things and who are filled with hatred. That's not most of the world. And we need to focus on the fact that there are still so many good people out there. So I just want to encourage you, all of you, wherever you are, to continue to be strong, be safe. Use this time to really focus on being the best version of yourself. going inward and healing whatever still needs to be healed within you, because I truly believe that's why we have this time. All right, so on to my topic for today. I wanted to talk to you about Archangel Gabriel and how we can work with Archangel Gabriel. Now, here's the interesting thing. There are only 2 archangels mentioned in the Bible, and Archangel Gabriel is one and Archangel Michael is the other. And I always found this interesting because I always assumed that Archangel Gabriel was male. I always heard that growing up, and that's really what I believed. But angels really, they're not male or female. However, Archangel Gabriel embodies the divine feminine energy. So Archangel Gabriel is actually referred to in a lot of places as female. And that was a big aha moment for me because I didn't know that. And I don't know why it was such a shock to me or why I would care, but I think just it was another thing for me. Like, I've been taught this all along through religion, and this is not so. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And we know that Archangel Gabriel in the Bible was the one who informed Mary that she would be giving birth soon. So Archangel Gabriel is closely associated with pregnancy, birth, and communication. And we all know that from the Bible story. But we can call on Archangel Gabriel when we're working with sensitive children, when we are working, like if we're looking to adopt or if you're looking to get pregnant, and even in help with raising your children, you can call on Archangel Gabriel because Gabriel assists us in working with children. Now, Archangel Gabriel's halo is a copper color, and her angelic symbol is a trumpet. So when you're working with Archangel Gabriel, you may see like flashes of a copper-colored light. And when I say you see flashes of light, the way that I always see them is out of like the corner of my eye. And I read something as I was doing research for this topic today. I read something that I thought was super interesting. The reason that you see the color of light out of your peripheral vision is because this is where the dimensions break. So you're often seeing what's outside of the physical dimension through the corner of your eyes. So when you look, you see it kind of out of the corner of your eye, and then you look again and it's gone, but you know that you saw that out of the corner of your eye. So the flashes of light and the orbs are the angels that we're seeing because we're kind of seeing where the 2 dimensions split, which I think is so interesting because I knew that I always saw it out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't know why. And it's because there's a break in the 2 dimensions there, which is really kind of cool, actually, when you think about that. So Archangel Gabriel, you might see that copper color. And if you want to work with her, the crystal or gemstone that you can use is copper. And here are some things that Archangel Gabriel can help you with. Archangel Gabriel, she's the archangel of communication, of secrets, and strength. She's, of course, most commonly known because of her presence in the Bible. And because she is the embodiment of divine feminine qualities, a lot of people connect with Gabriel through the moon because the moon is also associated with divine feminine. So some people say that when they go out and there's a full moon and they just sit there and they try to connect, that's where they feel most connected to Gabriel. I don't know about that, but I've been reading that a lot of people say that you can go out in the moon and call on Archangel Gabriel. They say to call her name 3 times and to just feel the light coming into you. I've never done that, so that might be interesting to try. Gabriel's name means God is my strength. And so Gabriel is a very powerful archangel. Again, when you're working with Gabriel, you may see this light either out of the corner of your eye, or you may just see it in your mind's eye. You may just get a vision of this light. you may feel Gabriel's energy. It feels like a warm, soothing, peaceful energy that you just want to sit and feel for a long time because it's such a peaceful energy. It's very balanced, and Gabriel can give us a greater sense of clarity and inspiration, and we feel a lot of love when working with Gabriel. So when you sense that Gabriel is with you, you may just have like a knowing, like you get guidance, you get ideas, and you just know, like, these were not my ideas. That's what happens with me sometimes. I'll be working on a project and these ideas just pop into my head, and I'm just so in awe of, like, where did these ideas come from? Because I know I'm not this smart. How am I getting all of these ideas? And I realize that I'm working with, usually it is Archangel Gabriel. I worked with Archangel Gabriel when I wrote my book. When I sat down to write, I just called on Archangel Gabriel and I said, please give me the words. And sometimes I call on Archangel Gabriel when I do my podcast too. I ask for inspiration and to help in delivering the words that people need to hear. And that's what comes out. And when people say to me, like, you said exactly what I needed to hear, I just sort of laugh because I know that that's Archangel Gabriel and working with her. So Archangel Gabriel can give you clarity about your life purpose, your work, and especially if you're a writer, she really loves working with writers and helping them. When you want to tune in, just call on Archangel Gabriel and ask Archangel Gabriel to come in and help you with whatever you're working on. Give me clear guidance, give me inspiration, whatever you want to say. She loves coming in to help people who are writing. Another sign that you notice, like if you're working with Archangel Gabriel or Gabriel's come in to work with you, is you may start seeing that name everywhere. You may notice that there's you walk out and there's a billboard and it has Gabriel on it, or you just may see like the name everywhere you go. Also, because the symbol for Gabriel is the trumpet, you may start seeing trumpets everywhere, or you may hear trumpet music because it's associated with Gabriel's ability to broadcast the tones of divine harmony. And Gabriel broadcasts divine messages. So you may hear that trumpet. You may often see notebook, feather pen, or quill because she works with writers, and that's a common symbol associated with writing. You may see those things. You may see them in meditations or in visions. You may have dreams of Gabriel too. But if you're doing a meditation and you see those particular those signs, like the notebook or the quill or the feather pen, it might be a symbol from Gabriel for you to start writing. And sometimes it might just need for you to write down your intentions. Or it might be that it's time for you to start writing a story or working on a book or whatever creative project that you know you need to be working on. If you get those symbols, that's kind of your nudge from Archangel Gabriel to start getting busy on that writing. You may also see other different physical signs that might be meaningful and relevant to you. But if you see a sign and it pops into your head, I think this is Archangel Gabriel, then it probably is. You may start to see angelic imagery too when you start working with Gabriel. When you work with Gabriel, sometimes we feel this angelic energy just above our head. It feels like a tingling, a light, and a warmth glowing from above your head. It's right above your crown chakra. And I know whenever I started doing more like creative writing work, I could feel this energy right above my head. It's like that energy center is opening and you're receiving guidance from those archangels. And so you may feel that tingling happening, or you may sense that color right above you, that coppery gold. And that's Archangel Gabriel trying to work with you. Another sign is if Gabriel is in your dreams, you may get messages, and they may not be just outright the angel speaking to you and giving messages, Gabriel works a lot with imagery, so you may get different images in your dreams. That's why it's important, if you notice that you're having very vivid dreams recently, that you need to start writing them down. So start keeping a dream journal next to you. Oftentimes we have dreams and they're really weird and they're crazy and they don't really mean anything. It's just all of our subconscious mind playing things out when we're sleeping. But other times when you notice that dreams are very vivid, I've had dreams before where I really do believe that I was seeing a future life. And I've had dreams where I really believed I was seeing a past life. So in those particular instances, I made sure that I wrote down the details of those dreams because that was trying to give me some information. When we have dreams about our past lives, we can, oftentimes spot behavior patterns that we need to break and things we need to heal. So it's important to write those things down. But you may also be getting messages about your life path. What should you be doing in your career, or what should you be doing in your life to help others? You may be getting those hints in your dreams. So that's why it's important, if you feel like your dreams lately, and you may especially been feeling it lately because we've gone through this huge energetic shift. We're really still going through it, but it's a huge planetary shift. So you may feel like, yeah, my dreams have been really weird lately and they've been very vivid and there might be some meaning there. I would definitely keep a dream journal, and I would make sure that I would go and write down in the morning anything that I thought was important from my dreams. So take notice and observe, what was happening. If there were any symbols in your dreams, like if you saw a notepad or if you saw a trumpet, that may be a symbol that Archangel Gabriel is trying to work with you and wants to work with you. Archangel Gabriel reaches out with love and guidance to help us move toward our calling in life. And Archangel Gabriel can help encourage you to take the next steps, and the higher path can start opening up for you. And I told this to a client recently. I said, sometimes our angels don't give us the whole path. They just light up one step at a time. And that can be frustrating to us because if you're like me, I'm like, I want to know the whole story, why it's happening. Like I want to try to guess the ending to a movie before it gets there. And I don't know why. I'm just impatient. I just want to know everything. And what I have to realize, and what we need to realize, is that if we were to see our whole life path laid out for us, that could be quite overwhelming. And sometimes it's lessons for us. We're not supposed to know every step and every detail on the way because we have to learn lessons and we have to make choices. And part of that is, do we make the right choice? So I feel like the archangels will only illuminate one step at a time sometimes, or maybe two steps at a time. So when you're working with the archangels and you're trying to figure out what your higher purpose is and what is your path, be patient because sometimes they'll only give you one thing at a time. And that's okay. We don't have to know everything right now, but we're in this age where we feel like we have to know everything because right now we have technology at our fingertips. And if you give me a question, I can go look it up and get the answer in seconds. And I feel like that's really affecting us as a whole, being impatient. Like we want it now. We wanted to know the answer yesterday. And the universe says, you know what? Life doesn't really work like that. It has to unfold for you. So be patient because part of the plan is it unfolding in divine timing and us choosing the right things. Those are lessons for us. And so you wouldn't want to take every single one of your exams for college all in one day. And in the same way, we're not going to do that in life either. So we have to be patient and slow down and learn that things will unfold one step at a time. Gabriel likes to encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone. So you might be encouraged to take more of a leadership position in your work or in your own life. And you might be guided to take steps to create and serve positively to impact those around you. And when we do that, those kinds of things bring us so much joy and love and blessings. Like me getting to do this podcast every day, I've had so much joy from doing this because I have met so many amazing and incredible people who are so awesome, and they reach out and just are encouraging to me, and I really love that. It's one of the things about my job that I absolutely love. I don't even consider it a job. It's just what I get to do. And it's crazy that people will reach out and say, thank you for doing this episode because it really helped. I love that. It just is one more confirmation for me that I'm on my path and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But also, for me, it's like encouragement of saying, you love doing this and it's making a difference, so keep doing it. So I love that. And you might get those signs too. So if you work with children, or if you're wanting to conceive children, you may want to work with Gabriel. And those are all of the ways that you can work with Gabriel. She's a very loving and guiding archangel. And I've appreciated all of the guidance I've ever received from Gabriel. I feel like anytime I call Gabriel in when I'm about to do something creative, it always turns out so much better than if I just try to do it on my own. So I would highly encourage you, if you're going to do any kind of writing or if you work with children, call on Archangel Gabriel to be with you and to inspire you and to help you, because she absolutely will. She loves doing that. So that is Archangel Gabriel, and you may be already working with her. You can let me know. But I love that we just have all of these angels around us who want to come in and help us. And as I always say, they can't just show up. We have to ask them in. So don't forget to ask if you want to work with Gabriel. All right, so I wanted to pull some cards for you today, and I chose to use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. And I picked 3 cards just to get a general message for you all. And the first card that came out is Blessed. The essential meaning is something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace that is an unforeseen gift from Spirit. So the message here is humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. This is the moment when to be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. So whatever you're going through right now, it may feel like you're hitting rock bottom. Sometimes we have to in order to start crawling back out and creating the life that we love. So I think with this quarantine, a lot of people feel like this is rock bottom, like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. This is just an opportunity for us to redefine ourselves. We now have the time to do the things that we always say we wish we had time for. So take advantage of that now and do that inner work, because when we are able to get out of quarantine and we are off running again, you're going to wish you had that time again. So take the time now and value that. Your second card you got is a leg up, receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with you who can give you a leg up during the next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept the aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. So I love that. What this says to me is, and I've been telling this to some of my clients that I've been working with, the universe is sending us people, and the universe can send us people to help us on our path. So when we ask for help, and I know that so many of you out there say, I have a hard time asking for help, I get it. I do too. I don't want to ask for help if I need it sometimes. And it's not a sign of weakness. And I think we just feel bad that we're putting things on other people. And the truth is, a lot of people want to help us. And they're saying, please give me your burden. Please let me help you. So now is the time that people will be coming into your life to offer assistance. Let them, okay? And don't feel bad about it. This is the universe saying, I'm bringing people to you who can help you. Please let down your guards and allow them in. It's not weakness. You ask for this. We're helping you. Please let it come in. And I love that. I absolutely love that message for you. All right, your last message is Yang, the masculine principle of movement and the creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. Be mindful of the tendency toward impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. And to me, this just says whatever steps you're guided to take, just make sure that you properly thought about it, done your research, done your homework, and then you can take action. Don't take hasty action. And I would say that that's just good general advice in life, period. Make sure that things are well thought out before you take action. All right, guys, I love all of those messages. I hope that you guys are staying sane. Remember, this too shall pass. Life will go back to the way it was, although I hope that we keep some of the lessons we've learned from this quarantine. I hope that we value human connection more. I hope that we value inner work and time to work on ourselves more and keep that practice when things start picking up again. And I hope that we value all of the right things in life, like our healthcare workers and our teachers and the people who work in the grocery stores and who provide those essential services. And we realize those were the people we really needed during this time. And if you are someone who's an essential worker, I'm sending you so much positive light and love. And I'm praying for your safety, and know that we so appreciate all that you've done. And we could not do these things without you. Please take care of yourself, because of all of the people who are out there, you're on the front lines every day, and it can be so easy to let that self-care fall to the wayside. Know that it's important for you to take care of yourself. So important. So please continue to do that. And I pray that you all have a beautiful day. I will be talking to you again soon. If you want to work with me, you can go to my website, melissaoatman.com. There you'll see all of the services I offer on the offerings page. If you want more details, each service has its own individual page that explains what it is. But you can purchase from the offerings page and then just contact me and we'll schedule a session for you. I love working with all of you. It brings me so much joy to be able to help. I would love to help you in any way that you see fit. And if you're not sure what you want, because I have people who do this all the time, they reach out and say, I don't know what I need, but I want to work with you. Don't hesitate. We will figure it out together. And I hope that you guys will follow me on social media. I always go live Mondays at 6:30 Central on Facebook. And I post videos to Instagram, and I have a YouTube channel where I post free meditations, and I also have a sample chapter of my new book, Beautifully Broken, there that you can listen to. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to this podcast. Leave me feedback from wherever you're listening. That helps me so much, and I want to thank you to those of you who've done that. I hope that you will have a beautiful day. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.